photographers. I'm Brittney-Elizabeth with Nice Place Media, and I'm so excited that you've decided to sign up for stress-free real estate photography. I've been shooting real estate photography for 9 years full-time, and in these 9 years, I've tried every method possible to turn in amazing photos to my clients. So now I've finally distilled my system down to a quick, efficient process that is easy to learn, easy to teach when you're ready to scale up. It does not require any additional equipment. I don't even use flashes or any kind of lighting. The only equipment that you'll need is your camera, the right lens, and a nice sturdy tripod to protect your investment. But before we get into the course, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Brittney-Elizabeth Williams, and I currently live in Baltimore, Maryland. Before I started my business, I worked in property management. I really loved what I was doing because I really authentically love nice spaces. There were so many times when I would stay late after work just so I could be able to browse the empty apartments. I loved the features and the views and the finishes, and I was so into it. What I was not into, though, was the customer service aspect. I don't mind giving good service to my clients. I don't want you to be mistaken, but I don't like feeling at your service. There was one incident in particular that really sealed the deal for me. The last community that I worked at was in Washington, D.C. It was a high-end apartment community with 25 floors. On a Monday morning, I came to work, and a resident came to my desk and said that 3 days ago, he'd accidentally thrown away one of his new shoes. He'd put it in the trash chute. Now, Monday morning, 3 days later, he would like me to go into the trash compactor and fish around to find his shoe. We're talking about something that was thrown away 3 days and 25 floors ago. I would be fishing through all kinds of gross trash. And I told him that that's not something I was able to do. He responded to me and said that the shoe was very expensive and it would be a real shame to see it go to waste. While I kept my composure in that moment, I also knew that for me, this was the end of the road. It's shortly after that incident I put in my 2 weeks notice, and then I dived into learning everything I could know about how to shoot real estate full time. It didn't take off instantly, I won't lie, because I was starting from zero, and I didn't have anybody to help me along the way, and I didn't have any business connections. But within 6 months, I was making the same income I made at the job I had just quit. And now, 9 years later, I've surpassed that many times over. So now I'd like you to learn from all of my trial and error and just pick up from where I am right now. If you're already a photographer, but you're struggling to find your place in photography, or you're not yet at a place where you can do this full time, real estate photography may very well be for you. In this course, I'm going to start off by covering tips that you might not have necessarily thought of that will help you to have stress-free shoots. Then I'm going to get into my workflow. I'm going to show you exactly what I do from the start of the day to the end, covering all the apps and all of the equipment that I use so that you can use the exact same equipment and have the same setup and have the same stress-free results. After that, we're going to get into fine-tuning your craft by making simple camera and tripod tweaks. After that, you'll watch me walk through a home and shoot the home, and I'll tell you everything that I'm thinking as I go. Then after that, we're going to talk to some of my clients, and you'll be able to hear what they personally look for in a photo and in a photographer. And lastly, I'll go through marketing techniques that I recommend trying out. Many real estate photographers start out by sending emails or cold calling or giving sales pitches in real estate offices, and I don't personally recommend any of those techniques. I'm going to give you some that I personally tried that have worked wonders for me. Now, I'm all about ease, so in my business, I utilize some of my own marketing techniques in the first year, and I haven't had to do any additional marketing since then. I've been easily making 6 figures just on referrals alone. That is fine if you are like me and want to reach a certain level and coast, or if you want to grow, then you just continue using these marketing techniques over and over and watch as your company flourishes. I'd like to give you a few tips before we get into this thing. The first and most important tip is, if you're watching this and you feel in any way reluctant that you could make 6 figures or beyond as a real estate photographer, the very first thing that I would recommend doing is to simply believe that yes, you absolutely can do this too. If there is even one part of you that feels reluctant that you're able to do this, then get to know that part a little bit better, send it some love, and reassure it that you got this, because you do. You can do this. Secondly, I recommend that you care more about your clients and honing in your skills than you do the money. Realtors work with people that they like and trust, so you want to be sure that you're one of those people. And if you think about it, it does make sense. Oftentimes your clients will give you a lockbox code and let you go to a property to shoot it on your own. Some of these properties are going to be worth millions of dollars, and they need to trust that you'll do the right thing and have integrity in their properties. On the other end of the spectrum, you're going to shoot some properties that could use a little TLC. And your realtors need to know that they can trust you to go into these properties and still handle them with respect. A lot of times the homeowners will be there and they'll be very nervous about possibly selling their home, or maybe even slightly embarrassed about the condition of their home. And realtors need to trust that you'll go in and be able to be gentle and kind with these homeowners so that their minds are put at ease and they trust that you're going to do the best job possible regardless of how their home looks. My third tip is that you always focus on improving your craft. One of the reasons that this method is so stress-free is that you will not be doing any of the editing yourself. You will be hiring an editor. This is wonderful because editors take the time on each individual photo to make them look amazing. But when you have an editor, sometimes you can become a bit complacent because your edits look so good that you miss the fact that the photo composition is not so good. The method that I'm going to teach you here is fantastic for real estate photography, but the better you get at composition, the more doors open for you in terms of architectural photography and working for magazines and moving into other parts of photography like videography and 3D, and all of those things get better when your composition and photos get better too, so never stop looking to improve. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'm really excited to get started with you. So here we go.